I want to move on to Trump and the assassination attempt, which has almost disappeared from the mainstream media 72 hours after it happened, Charlie. It's amazing how the left-wing press has moved right on. They do not want anything that's going to make Trump look strong, look sympathetic, look good, look heroic. Certainly not. And in the wake of the media reporting, we are getting some shocking facts on the Secret Service failure. Now, the latest headlines are that the shooter was spotted by law enforcement nearly 30 minutes before the shots were fired. We showed the audience the video yesterday showing the people being like, he's up there, he's on the roof. But now we know it was nearly 30 minutes he was spotted before he actually unleashed fire. And the Secret Service, while saying that local law enforcement was told of a suspicious person by rally attendees, it's unclear whether or when this was relayed to the Secret Service. So there's still more questions than answered about how this massive failure took place. What do you make of it?
I hope it's incompetence, Megyn. And we are flirting with potential either gross negligence or malevolence. And so let me just read this reporting from Sean Davis, who's legit from the Federalists, by the way. This guy he's the real deal. Yeah. Secret Service had snipers inside the building the assassin used. They took pictures of him. They watched him pull out a rangefinder to get the exact distance to Trump. They radioed the Secret Service command post about the assassin. They all knew that he was there. Who gave the order to do nothing until the assassin shot Trump, killed an innocent man on stage, and fired a round after round after round? This is a mainstream reporting now where multiple Secret Service agents were indifferent about an assassin climbing on a roof and having an unobstructed 120-yard shot of Donald Trump. We keep on hearing that it's incompetence. That's pretty hard to believe at this point. Were there people that just didn't care about the protection of Donald Trump? Are these people that are that stupid? I mean, is this really what we're supposed to just believe, that this is just a failure of intellect, or that this is all DEI? And so here's a very simple question. As soon as there is commotion or chatter, why don't you pull Donald Trump off stage?
Put him in a vehicle.
You should say, hey, put him on stage right now. We got some weird stuff going on. In fact, they're saying we're blaming local law enforcement. Garbage. That is nonsense. And still, we have no resignations. We have no firings. We probably have a great cover-up going on. And I am incredibly cynical and jaded in the short term when it comes to this. Nobody was fired. No one was fired from the Afghanistan withdrawal. Nobody was fired with our handling of COVID and all the lies associated. In fact, the opposite. All those people are making more money than ever, and they've ascended in high society. No one was fired or held accountable from the signing of that letter for the Hunter Biden laptop or the cover-up that ensued there. Why should we believe that anyone should be fired when Donald Trump got shot? Megyn, I was watching a lot of mainstream networks. What the calisthenics that they have to go through with their diction and their vocab choices to not say the term Trump got shot is unlike anything I have ever seen. I mean, it's as if...
Or the A word, assassination.
Oh, that's right. They're saying, yes, at the incident. The incident. CNN said that he fell on stage when this happened.
Yes.
These are bad people, okay? The media is full of bad people. They're not incompetent. They're not just partisans. These are bad human beings who deep down, many of them, if you could read their private thoughts, they wanted Donald Trump to actually die on that stage. And only by the grace of God and by divine providence and the turning of a head and a slight gust of wind did it just hit his ear. I wonder how many registered Democrats in this country actually know that Donald Trump got shot, not just had shrapnel at him. I think that would be a very interesting thing to find out. But
you
Megyn,
we have Keith Olbermann out there suggesting he wasn't shot at all and that
correct.
He's made the whole thing up.
No, these people are I keep on using that word. They're repulsive. They are the lowest of the low. And again, there's so many elements here to unpack. You have Barack Obama and Bill Clinton all say, thoughts and prayers. Oh, really? You said he was Hitler, basically, many of you. Like, if Hitler got shot at, would you say thoughts and prayers for Hitler or for Vladimir Putin? You guys compared him to Putin repeatedly. So one of those is a lie. Either he's not Putin or Hitler, or you actually don't mean thoughts and prayers for Donald Trump, and you hope that he got his brains blown out. We were anywhere between 1 inch to 2 inches, Megyn, from civilizational chaos.
Yeah.
We were they say
it would have been a civil war.
I hope you're wrong, and I think you're right. They say football is a game of inches. The civilization is now a game of inches.
It was scary on so many levels. I want to say this. All the reporting we've seen so far is that it was local officials in that building and not the Secret Service. I realize Sean is reporting it was Secret Service. We had a Secret Service former guy on the show yesterday and a security expert with ties to all these folks who are, investigating this and involved. And they seem to say it was the local authorities, but they were not giving the Secret Service a pass. They were saying, nonetheless, the local authorities and the area outside the perimeter is ultimately the responsibility of the Secret Service as well. Just because some pieces get delegated doesn't mean it's still not on the shoulders of the Secret Service, whose main mission is to protect the life of the president. So we'll find out. But yes, now the reporting is pretty universal that there were at least 3 agents of some sort, local or secret, inside the building. And people were calling attention to this guy, and nothing was done until a moment before he fired the trigger at Trump. One cop hoisted another cop up who looked on the rooftop and got threatened with the gun and went back down, as opposed to taking on the gunman, which I realize is easy for me to say, but I'm not in law enforcement. I'm not courageous like that. That's why I sit at an anchor desk all day.
How did he get on the roof?
There's some reports, I don't know whether this is true, but that he climbed a ladder that may or may not have, doesn't look like there was a ladder there, because why did the cop have to hoist somebody? Did he have help? All this needs to be investigated.
Yes. And so, first of all, I don't trust any of the investigators. I bet they're actively covering things up and destroying evidence, because that's what they do. The Secret Service director, who's another DEI pick, where her experience before this was protecting Pepsi cans and potato chips. Not an exaggeration. She was the head of protection. She was
Jill Biden's favorite.
Yeah, Jill Biden's favorite, who is a DEI pick. And she has been more concerned about diversifying the Secret Service. You saw the people around Donald Trump. They're not exactly people that you would want to be protecting a president of the United States. They can't holster a weapon. They weren't even strong enough to be able to bring Donald Trump to the vehicle. The Secret Service director, Kim Cheadle, says this: snipers weren't on the roof where Thomas Crook shot because it was sloped and unsafe. That's her. That is something that
she should be fired immediately.
Well, of course, but even if she's fired, she'll keep her pension and she'll go get hired at a corporate job for security. Her goal was to make 30% of the Secret Service female. And I want to just make one more point here, Megyn. You were so kind to me when I made my remark about DEI and black pilots, which got taken out of context. You gave me an opportunity to defend myself, and the media came after me hard, and you were very kind to me. The point I was making back in February is the same point now.
Yes.
DEI will get people killed. Okay. This is not a joke. That the fact that you start hiring based on characteristics that don't matter is one of the reasons why Donald Trump was 2 inches away from getting his brains blown out, and this country on the brink of a second American Civil War.
Do you owe back taxes? Pandemic relief is now over. Along with hiring thousands of new agents and field officers, the IRS has kicked off 2024 by sending over 5 million pay-up letters to those who have unfiled tax returns or balances owed. Don't waive your rights and speak with them on your own. That's scary. It usually doesn't end well. Tax Network USA, a trusted tax relief firm, has saved over $1 billion in back taxes for their clients, and they can help you secure the best deal possible. Whether you owe $10,000 or $10 million, they can help you. Whether it's business or personal taxes, even if you have the means to pay, or if you don't, if you're on a fixed income, they can help finally resolve your tax burdens once and for all. Call 1-800-245-6000 for a private, free consultation, or visit tnusa.com/Megyn. Thanks so much for watching. If you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button for more clips and full episodes.